Welcome back to the Self-Centered Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Wish Bang, and this is episode 6. Welcome to the Self-Centered Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Wish Bang, Wish Bang, Wish Bang, Wish Bang. First, let me say Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all. It's wonderful to make it to 2024. I hope that this year is prosperous for everyone. I hope people have set goals that are tangible and people are really trying to better themselves or be the best version of themselves in 2024 and beyond. So many things has happened since the top of the year. It's like the year started and it said, okay, not only are we going to start, but we're going to go off from day one until, to kick off what happened this year with Katt Williams shaking the entire table in the comedy world and having them all stressed out. I'm talking about comedians he didn't even speak on were coming to the front of the congregation to share their story, give their testimony. They wanted to be heard. Katt Williams dropped so many bars. 3 hours. I've never sat and watched a 3-hour interview in my entire life. I never, ever thought anyone was interested enough for me to sit down for 3 hours and listen to them get their shit off. And when I tell you, Katt Williams was worth every minute of my time as he got his shit off. Yo, it's like he sat down. Shannon Sharp said, "Hey, Katt, how you doing?" Katt said, "Hold my drink, bitch," and went straight in. No introduction needed. He got one, but he ain't need it because he came and he cleared the fucking room. Do you hear me? I have so many quotables, so many favorite lines from this interview. Oh my God, my cup runneth over. That was only day 3 of the year. 3 days in, he's been having us in a choke fucking hole. Okay? He's up past 45 million views. It's incredible how someone just sitting down telling their truth or telling it as telling it like how they see it or how they feel it, and people resonate. I'm still waiting for somebody to come out and say he a lie. And not one person can say he a fat Faison lie. Woo, y'all don't know. If you haven't seen it, please log on to YouTube, subscribe to Club Shay Shay, and watch the Katt Williams Unleashed episode. Okay? He mentioned his love for books. He mentioned how rough his life was. He mentioned all the beef he was in. And let me say something to you non-reading ass motherfuckers of the world. Reading 3,000 books a year is literally 9 books a day. If you read 9 nonfiction books every day, chances are you could read 3,000 books a year. If you in a library, you work in a library, are you close to a library, always in the library. In his story, he said he was in the library every day. That's where he spent 8 hours of his day. 8 hours a day. If you can't read 9 books, something ain't right. So stop acting like that's a lie, like, oh, that's a hard task to accomplish. It ain't hard to read 9 nonfiction books. You ever sat down in the library and saw a book on Martin Luther King? That shit like 50 pages, if that much. It's not hard. Y'all let that one go. That ain't the lie. If he lied about anything, that ain't the lie. When he said Tyler Perry and Ricky Smiley can't play a man to save their lives, I screamed so loud. Because me personally, I fully enjoy Madea. And I cannot stand to see Tyler Perry be anybody but Madea. So I felt that shit in my bones. When he said there are 30,000 scripts in Hollywood and none of them are asking for a big black dude who can't speak good country bumpkin, Oba KB, that looks like Mr. Potato Head. Oh my goodness. That was at like 15 minutes in. You would have thought that he would have let up on niggas by then. No. he proceeded to continue to drag for miles and miles and miles. It was so good. I don't want to give it all away. I want you to choose your favorite parts, but those are some of mine. But yes, baby, Katt Williams shook it up. Shook it the fuck up. And I must say it was needed. It was sometimes people get complacent. And when you are complacent, you are not performing at your best level. You are not giving your best self. You're not happy in a state of being complacent. So hopefully he gave people the wake up call they needed to get out of whatever rut they were in at the time. Following that, Dave Chappelle released a comedy special called Dreamers. I will say this about Dave. Dave don't miss. He might not be dead funny. He might not have any quotables on it, but he don't miss. It's going to be funny. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be entertaining. And this one, it wasn't my favorite special, but it was still very much hilarious. He still hit all his marks. The jokes landed. He was very funny. I enjoyed it. That is on Netflix. I would suggest everybody at least watch it once. If you watch it twice, that's your business. At least watch it once. It's worth a first look. What else happened in the first 13 days of January? It's just 13 days. Why does this month feel like a whole month has already happened and it's only 13 days? 13 days in. What else? Halle Bailey and DDG finally announced that they had a baby. That's beautiful. And I'm happy for them. And I'm glad they announced it at their own time. I'm glad she hid her pregnancy from you judgmental ass bitches. Because y'all were going to drag her the whole time she was pregnant and just stress her the fuck out. So I'm glad she kept y'all guessing. Kept y'all miserable and wondering. And still didn't let y'all see the baby. Good for y'all nosy asses. In this age of social media, people are fully convinced that you have to share things with them. Even if you present it to social media on a small scale, you post a pinky toe. They demand to see your whole goddamn foot. And you better show it or else they're going to drag you to hell until you do. Social media needs to really reevaluate what people expect and what people think they should. People have this ownership to you because you're on a platform. That shit's insane. Y'all motherfuckers need to go get a hobby and find something to do with yourselves. You cannot be that invested in other people's shit to the point where you be mad if they don't tell you about it or be mad when they don't share it with you. Do you share everything with everyone? Probably the fuck not. And I doubt anybody gives a fuck enough to want to hear about everything you got to share throughout your entire fucking day. Okay? Get a life. Let them people live peacefully and raise their little cute baby. Stop y'all fuckery. Anyway, this was a Happy New Year episode. Just to shout everybody out. Spread love, spread blessings, and encourage everyone who have a dream to follow it this year. Don't limit yourself. Don't be afraid. Everything is scary, but what you're looking for is always on the other side of your fear. You just have to be willing to go the mile to get what you need. So I want to say Happy New Year. I wish everyone the best. Happy birthday to all the January birthdays. Be good, and I will see you next time.
Cosas de un Leo egoísta.